What's good, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions, where we like to reach out and reach forward. I'm your host, 34, and today we have a very special guest. Jon Blessed is in the building. What's good, Jon?
Blessed to be alive, my brother. Can't complain, man. How you living?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Trying to keep my balance, so to speak. I'm sure you feel it. Yeah, man. First off, just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity to get to know you, and thanks for being flexible. I know we've been trying to touch base for a while, and
No, that's on me too. I know I've set up a couple times and ended up not being able to make it, so I apologize for that. Thank you for being flexible. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, no worries. For those unfamiliar with the flow of the show, we basically do a little bit of a few intro questions to set the tone. I got an icebreaker for you, which is a spelling bee. Feel free to participate or not participate. No pressure. Then we get into the main dish. You choose a number between 1 and 34. We go with the flow of the conversation from there, and then we wrap it all up with some concluding questions. Sound good to you?
Let's do it.
All right, man. My first question for you is, how have you been? You doing good? You going through it? How you been, man?
Man, I'm blessed. Can't complain. Life is a blessing. It ain't perfect. Definitely a lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I'm alive. I got my legs, got my arms, got the brain working, so can't complain at all, man. Blessing to be here.
No doubt, man. You just listed out a few blessings for sure.
Yeah.
Just do me a favor. I think your camera's up to your chin. Yeah, just bring it down.
Okay.
There you go. That's cool.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, you have a store in the city? Tell us about that.
Yeah. I got a little burger shop in the inner Richmond district of San Francisco. It's just right outside of the Golden Gate Park out there. It's called Uncle Boy's, little burger joint. We've been there about 12 years. So that's just another blessing. That's why I can't complain in life, man. I got that going. So
yeah. So you've been in the game for a while, or is that something new for you? Or?
No. Yeah. When I first started, I had no knowledge of running a restaurant whatsoever. I just kind of jumped into it blindly. Took a leap of faith, man, and it ended up working out. 12 years later, we're still here. So.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm sorry to say I haven't visited y'all yet, but I'll definitely come by. You catch me there for sure.
It's all love, man. It's all love. We got neighbors that live in the neighborhood that say the same thing. Man. So 12 years later, still catching them. So yeah, I don't blame you, man. It's kind of hidden. So
yeah. It's one of those.
Do a better job kind of letting the world know we're there. To be honest.
That's definitely one of the first steps, right? It's just that awareness, trying to get the name out there. But
sure.
Yeah, man, I'm sure it's a SF secret spot. But you'll catch me there soon.
I bet. I'm gonna hold you to that.
No doubt, man. My second question for you is, what would you like the audience or your descendants to know about you? The way I kind of frame this question is like, there was a point in my life, and I still think I'm in it, where I'm trying to figure out who I am, and I'd be thinking about, I wonder what my ancestors were like. You feel me? And like, we can't really talk to them, so I created this platform for us to be able to reach out to our descendants. Maybe 3 generations, 4 generations down the road, if they were trying to figure out who they were, and then looking back at you, great great grandfather, great great uncle. What would you want them to know about you?
Yeah, man, that's deep. I'm kind of in the same boat as you are when it comes to just wanting to know more about our ancestors, right? My ancestors, being Filipino, it often feels like, like we're lost people, being ruled by the Spanish for hundreds of years, taken over by the Japanese for a few, then the Americans as well. So it's like, and the Philippines just itself is just such a mixed group of people, from Asians to Pacific Islanders to some Afro heritage is there as well, to like everything, Spanish, everything. So it's like it's hard to kind of keep up with all of it. But yeah, as far as for myself, what I want the future to know about me, that I tried, man. I think that's for me. That's without really thinking too hard about it. I would want them to know that no matter what I end up being, I just want them to know that I tried to be the best version of myself.
Got you.
Yeah.
No.
I think that'd be it. You know.
No, for sure, man. I mean, you know, I'd hope my ancestors tried too, and if they felt like, you know, they were held back for any reason, hopefully they feel like, you know, their energy is flowing through me, and now I'm trying as well. You feel me? But
that's beautiful. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. My third question for you is, how would you like to be honored? If I was gonna do something today, where, you know, like this one's for Jon, like what kind of act would you want me to do, or, you know, something like that.
I would say at the core of it, man, I'd want you or anyone else that would want to honor me for whatever reason to do something for the people. I think. Yeah, I think that'd be the best way to do it for me. If you're trying to honor me, then do something for the people. Do something for someone who needs help out there.
No doubt.
Yeah. So.
For sure. And my fourth question for you is, how well do you know yourself? And if it's hard to put into words, you could just do a scale from 1 to 10.
I'll attempt both. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll say 5.
Okay.
Maybe 4. I feel like I'm still trying to get to know myself. I've gone through a lot of changes from since I was a youngin' to who I am now. Still evolving. Sometimes as fast as tomorrow, I'll be a different person. You know, just based on what I'm learning on the daily, based on who I'm around and who I'm learning from. Yeah, I'm still trying to get to know myself, man. I'm still trying to be, you know, more self-aware, and yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm very aware of who I am, but at the same time, like I said, next day, a week from now, I'll start feeling like, damn, who the fuck am I? Part of my language, but like,
no, you good.
That's really. It's like a whole journey, man. It's a whole journey, and I really can't pinpoint exactly who I am in the moment, but yeah, I would say 4 or 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. I know myself 4 or 5. I'm kind of in between, and constantly still learning who I am, man.
No, I feel you. Yeah, it is a constant fluctuation. I give myself a 5 too, man. I basically like to think in my highest moments, I feel like I know myself the most, and in my lowest moments, I feel like I don't know who I am. So, and like you said, you know, it goes up and down depending on what stage of life you're in.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it just shows that, you know, change and growth is constant in our lives, you know.
Definitely. Facts, man.
No doubt. All right, so we reached the icebreaker portion, the spelling bee. Would you like to participate, or it's all good if you...
I don't know. I'll do it, man. Ain't no bitch in me, cuz. Part of my language. I'm sorry.
Hey, nah, man. Be yourself, man. Be yourself. That's what it's all about. Don't need to censor yourself. Don't need to, like, you know, change the way you speak. This is it's all about being yourself.
Sounds good.
All right, man. So your word is liaison.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Liaizon.
You got one more chance, man.
Laizon? No. Laison, maybe. I don't know.
Close. Yeah. No, it's good, man. Spell check got us all fucked up. But it's Liaison. Yeah, it's a tricky one, man. That's why I continue to use it. Yeah.
I ain't never won one of them, so yeah, I'm not too mad at myself.
No worries, man. I'm still trying to formulate how I'm gonna approach it, but eventually down the line, I'm probably gonna have some game show episodes for my guests. So I'll reach back out to you if you want to come on. It'll probably be like a guess the song kind of thing, or a Jeopardy type of thing. But yeah.
Okay. That sounds interesting as hell, man. That's dope.
Yeah, something to grow into. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, man. So we reached the main dish where you choose a number between 1 and 34. So throw me your first number, man.
23. That's the magic number for me and the wife.
All right, man. This one's a fill in the blank, but it is I'm too young to blank.
Man, I'm too young to feel like, damn, that's...
Take your time, man. There's gonna be like a background music in the episode, so
Yeah,
don't even
yeah.
trip.
I'm too young to feel like a failure.
Word, man. Damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
Like so I mean, how would you define failure?
I mean, I've defined it so many different ways in my life growing up.
Yeah.
Whether it's failing a test at school, failing in grades, whether it's failing in friendships, failing in business ventures, failing financially, throughout life, and failing the people I love, and it's so many different ways that you can fail, right, in life as you are taught.
Yeah.
Right, but I think, but and that feeling is constant sometimes, especially in the society we live in, where it's like everything has to be a win, all I do is win no matter what type attitude, and sometimes I feel like that destroys people more than it helps people,
Yeah.
It's like, so and I've put myself through that, where if if I'm aiming at a goal and I don't quite reach the goal that I aim for, it feels like a failure, and that sucks. That feeling sucks, to sit with that and to sit with knowing in your mind that you failed at something. Man, it's an ugly feeling, man. And yeah.
No, I feel you, man.
I feel like the reason why I'm saying that with the fill in the blank question you just asked is just I feel like I need to remind myself that I'm still way too young to feel like I'm failing in life. Even at 34, my birthday just passed. I'm 34, just turned 34. No kids, finally got married 15 years later with the love of my life. And I feel like I'm still too young to fail, man. Like, I have years of opportunities ahead of me. And that's how I would feel even if I knew, I guess, I take that back. I guess if I knew I'd die tomorrow, then that's a whole different story. But like, you never know what happens in the future. But at the same time, it's like at 34, it still feels like there's a lot of time, ahead of me to accomplish things I want to accomplish.
No doubt, man. Yeah.
And I think I want to remind myself that. I'm talking to as you're interviewing me with this question right now, I'm talking to myself like, hey, man, you're still young, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Like, yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah. No, I mean, you speak on failure, and I know, for the folks out there, I just met this dude right now when on this call, but very similar, man. I pretty much feel like I've had 10 years of failure, probably since I left. I went to college and just trying to do different ventures and, not quite breaking through or finding that rhythm. Man, it was tough, but I'm sure too. There's a lot of value in failing. The things that you learn, the things you go through, and then like they're all like little pieces that you kind of put together to keep pushing forward and create something that's your own. But no, I definitely feel you. And my follow-up question was going to be, how do you combat that? Like, is there anything that helps you, kind of reframe feeling like a failure, at times?
Yeah. I think for me personally, I just try to be grateful for everything I do have, for everything that I guess, quote unquote, I've succeeded in. A lot of times my wife is a help in reminding me that I have accomplished a lot, especially coming from where I come from, and from especially like for her, like when she met me, I was a rough around the edges, to say the least. And so for her to see me and how I am now, it's like, she's a constant reminder that I have made some good changes in my life, and that I have accomplished some good things in my life. And she helps me remind myself of that. She reminds me of that. And sometimes I think, a lot of us forget about, the blessings that is in front of us, that is in our lives. So yeah, I think for me, I try to be grateful for what I have. I count my blessings instead of focusing on what I don't have. And and that helps me through the day, man. That helps me through the day. It's funny, I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine actually a couple hours ago. She lives in Paris. She's from Paris. She was my roommate for a few years, a couple years back. And so she just reached back out to me and just asked me the same thing. She's like, man, I'm going through these things, and you've always been a positive like light in my life, and like I just wanted to like hear from you, man. And like, how do you do it? I'm like, honestly, I don't know how I do it. But I just, after all the bad things that's happened to my life, in my life, that self harm that I've caused myself, at the end of the day, I still just look at the blessings I do have, just to keep it simple, just grateful for the little things that I do have, man. That's it.
No doubt, man. We always got to count our blessings.
For sure. And it's easier said than done, understandably, right? It's easier said than done, but when you really look at it, man, if you're alive, you're breathing, you got a roof over your head, a couple shirts, underwear, some shoes, you're good. Like, you got kids, and you got grown people out here all over the world living with nothing.
Yeah, man.
Like literally, like no clothes on their back, no food. Like, gotta go through the trash to survive. Like, I can't even imagine myself being able to survive that. So it's like, man, like to have what I have is a blessing, man, and I'm grateful for it.
For sure. Thank you for opening up, man. And throw me another number.
April 3rd, number 3. Let's go.
All right.
Birthday number. Let's go.
Oh, for sure, man. What are you a fan of? Like, is there anything that you're like a big fanatic of? Could be anything.
Big fanatic of. I'm a fan of San Francisco Bay Area, man.
Word.
I am. Whether that's sports, from the Giants to the Niners to the Warriors, to like whether it's the city itself, and its people. Man. I immigrated here when I was 11, so I was a youngin', and the city raised me. San Francisco Bay Area raised me. I am who I am today because of the city and its people, and all my experiences, growing up here. So yeah, that's I carry that with me everywhere I go. That San Francisco Bay Area attitude, like that's with me anywhere and everywhere I go. Sometimes to my detriment, but hey, it is what it is,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a super fan of San Francisco Bay Area, man. Super fan.
What's that one I guess one tip, one place that you kind of like tell tourists to go to that's not like super well known, What's your like your secret spot that you tell people to head to?
Oh man, it changes, it varies from time to time. I can't even think of one. I haven't really made any suggestions, but to anyone, to be honest.
It's all good. Just wondering.
For me, there's a picnic spot kind of hidden over by that looks out to Ocean Beach. It's right behind the veterans, the VA building.
Okay.
And that's like one of my favorite spots in the city because it's super hidden. And it's a literal picnic spot, like that you can rent it and like have a picnic with your friends.
Shit.
Like no one knows about it. And so it's like perfect. There's like an old like army bunker, like kind of set up, like that's right there. So it's like, it's pretty trippy, man. It's super hidden. It's nice. It's a beautiful view of Ocean Beach. Just looks right down over Ocean Beach, and Yeah, it's a nice little setup. But last time I actually used that place though for a party was like maybe 10 years ago. I threw a little get together with a bunch of my friends from different circles, from different lifestyles. I got musical theater friends, I got hood friends, I got like nerdy friends, I got all I come like I'm kind of like a chameleon, man. I kind of go into all these different worlds, and it's funny when I try to bring them together. It's hilarious to kind of see how people interact with each other because they're so different. Um, but no, yeah, I'm just reminiscing on that. Damn, that was the last time I used that spot, man. That spot's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's dope that you were able to invite people from different circles. That's
Oh
definitely,
yeah, man.
yeah,
That's kind of what I do. That's My wife always makes fun of me because everything I do, I mix it all. Like when I eat food, I mix different foods together in a plate. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
my circles are mixed, a mixture of different people. So that's just who I am. That's what I do. I put things together. I try to put things together and try to make sense of it. Um, yeah. When the wife and I got married, her name's Christina. By the way, I gotta stop calling her the wife like I own her or something.
I got you. I got you.
But yeah, when Christina and I got married, yeah, our wedding was super dope, man. It's just like she comes from a Mexican American family. I'm Filipino American, and so that's our like two similar but very different peoples, Um, and then I got my circle of friends that I invited, all different backgrounds, different lifestyles, and it was a beautiful thing, man. It was like, man, just felt the love from everybody, and everybody was having a good time together, and it was a beautiful thing to see.
No, yeah.
Couldn't have had a better wedding, man. So, but yeah.
No, I think weddings are the perfect place for people to invite, everybody from their different circles to come into, because like that's the one thing that they'll probably bring everybody together. Yeah. No, for me, like I try to think of trying to attempt that one day, but I always have the reservation of like, man, I don't know if these people are gonna get along with these people. I really don't want no drama, don't want to start nothing. So it has to be an event like a wedding to be like really like, oh, we here for the joy. There's just you can't really bring no negative energy in, but nah.
Right. No, I hear you. And sometimes, yeah, it do get weird, when you try to mix things like that. But it always just seems to work out for me. So it's all love.
No, that's dope, man. That shows the energy you bring and how everybody knows you and they can connect through you, So that's a dope thing for sure. Go ahead, man. Throw me another number.
We'll go with 10.
What is a trap people fall for?
The trap people fall for. So many, man. So many.
So many, huh?
There's so many traps that people fall for, man. One thing, I guess I'm gonna say a trap I've fallen for myself. Just the trap of success. The trap of success.
Well, what's that? I don't think I've ever been successful, so I don't know that trap yet.
What I mean by that is not that I feel like I've been successful, but the trap of chasing it. Right? Chasing success, I guess is what I should say. And like when you see people, posting about their successful events in their lives and achievements and stuff like that, and then you start beating up on yourself because you're not moving as like they're moving or getting the success that they're getting, or you know what I mean? Like you start comparing your life to other people's lives. That's a trap. And I think that's something that a lot of people fall for, like comparing their lives to other people's, not thinking about the hard work that those people have put in, but just the immediate, of what you're seeing in front of you. Like, oh damn, like this guy has $1 million. Why don't I have $1 million?
Yeah.
But you're not thinking about this guy's been putting in fucking work for the last 15 years to get to that million. You know what I mean? And all you're seeing is that millions. And then, you fall for that trap of like, oh man, see, if he could do it, it's so easy. I should be able to do it, instead of like just, putting in the work. Yeah, it's just things of that nature. So that's what I mean by like the trap of chasing success, is which usually is because you start feeling bad about yourself because you're comparing your success to other people's success, I guess.
I feel you. So how do you define success? I mean, like with your shop, what's your vision for it? And like
before, when I first started, I thought success would mean me making $1 million every year out of this shop. As I've had it for 12 years now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I have not made $1 million in my pocket. All right, keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
I got you.
I ain't got $1 million, man. I don't have $1 million, people. But now, like 12 years later, I would say success would just be able to live on it. Be able to have my bills paid by it, be able to have my employees earn money through it, be able to get a little savings from it. That's success to me. Sometimes I still struggle to accept that, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes to me, I still like I could be better. This could be more successful. More success. I need to do more. But when I'm able to take a breather, when I'm able to actually just look at what I have, look at what I've earned through it, look at the life I've been able to live because of me having a shop, I consider that a success. Or where it's at today, to survive this pandemic.
Dude, that's huge.
Success, you got hundreds and hundreds of restaurants closing down all over the nation. In San Francisco alone, this was 4 or 5 months into the pandemic in 2020. They were talking about 400 restaurants had to close up for good. So it's like, damn, where is it at now? Compared to then, it's crazy. So for me to be able to still have the shop, after a whole year-long pandemic, which is still going on to this day, I consider that a success, man. Survival.
Yeah, man, no doubt. I mean, you're talking about not having $1 million in your, from the shop. It's like $1 million for your rent, pretty much, to be out there.
Real talk. You ain't lying, man. Because everyone knows San Francisco ain't cheap, dog. So.
Yeah, man, for sure. Keep it rolling. You can throw me another number, man.
All right. Let's go with 30.
What is one of your most proudest achievements? Could be the shop, it could be something else. It's up to you.
Proudest achievements. I'm gonna say one of my proudest achievements was coming out of my shell and getting on stage to perform in a musical.
What? You're a performer, man? That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, you're growing up on Disney cartoons back in the 90s, man. A part of you is gonna want to, sing or whatever, like do some type of performance, because every single one of those movies, from Lion King to Aladdin to, Hercules, Tarzan, all of these joints, they always singing and dancing in that movie. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was like you was getting trained to want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What production were you a part of?
The very first one that I was a part of was it's a musical called Sweet Charity, and I did it at City College, San Francisco. So how that ended up happening was I was just bored one summer, not really doing much, and I just decided to take an acting class, and this acting for camera class with Miss Deborah at City College. She was an acting teacher there. It was like and she happened to be directing a musical that semester, and so throughout the class, she would just be like, she told us, she told the class, hey, if you guys are interested, I'm directing a show, yada yada yada, you guys can come audition. Ended up going to audition, got a part, and man, after that show, I actually went on a tear and kept auditioning for shows all over the local scene here in San Francisco. Yeah, I ended up doing a couple productions, man. Ended up getting one of my dream roles at which is for Rent. I don't know if you ever heard about the musical Rent. Yeah. So I ended up playing Collins. That was like my dream role. It's like Rent was like one of my favorite like movies, watching like movie musicals, you know. And to be able to play that was, man, I was pretty proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up, man. Were you always like you know, seeking like the stage and the light, or was that something you had to, you know, kind of grow into?
Secretly, yeah. I would admit that. Secretly, yes. I definitely. If my wife would tell you, I love attention on myself sometimes. You know, once again, to my detriment, right? But,
Yeah.
which is funny because she's like the total opposite. She's like, "Do not shine anything on me. I do not want the spotlight." And I'm like over here, like, "Put the camera on me. Camera on me." You know?
I got you.
Yeah, but no, yeah, secretly I definitely always, you know, had that dream of, oh man, that'd be nice to be an actor. Oh, it'd be cool to be a singer, rapper, whatever, you know, like growing up. But definitely as you grow up, you know, you find out how much work it all goes into that, and it's not easy, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, but as soon as I got on the stage, I caught the fever, and yeah, I did a few shows from there. So, but it's been about 5 years. Rent was actually my last show. So after I got the dream role, I kind of, you know, life kind of shifted for me a little bit. I actually would love to get back to it, because it was such a release for me, man. Like, just emotionally, yeah, I was able to express myself like I've never been able to express myself before, and I think mentally and emotionally that was like super helpful for me to be on stage and, like, you know, get all that energy out of me and like share it with the audience, you know.
What would be your next dream role, if you have one?
Man, next dream role. Man, there's so many different roles, man, in a couple musicals. I mean, Hamilton would be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hamilton would be great. I love what's the guy's name? Aaron Burr, character Aaron Burr, essentially the villain of that musical, right? I would love to play that role, but I know I don't have the singing chops to pull it off, man.
I got you.
I'm just gonna keep it real. I can attempt, but I might crack in the middle of a song.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah.
In the Heights, like, man, like, just, yeah, man. There's so many musicals that I would love to be in and to play a certain character, but I just, like, they just weren't written for my voice, essentially. You know, I'm a baritone, and most like male lead musical characters are like have a high, like, you know, they're not written as baritones. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, that it sounds foreign to me. I'm not sure how to distinguish baritones from other tones. But I know some people in the audience are definitely gonna know what you're talking about. Did you ever have to deal with stage fright? Or was that just something that was easily like, oh, I'm here, and that's all that matters, you know? But
no, I definitely had to deal with stage fright for sure. But I think, like, my personality is like the type to be able to kind of hide it a little bit, you know, mask it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's probably the reason why I'm probably never did a straight play is because a straight play would give me more stage fright than a musical would. A musical has a lot of distractions, singing, dancing, you know, so if you miss a line, like, you could kind of play it off. But if you're doing like Shakespeare or something and you pause and you miss a line, oh man, there's no hiding that. Like, so,
I got you. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely dealt with stage fright. Actually, man, in middle school, I think there was this summer program, Aim High.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
Aim High summer program. This is like early 2000s, yo. And we were, my group was like, we had a little performance. Like, every group had to perform something. And we did Boys to Men.
All right, I see you.
And I definitely caught stage fright. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely caught stage fright on that one, man. But it's all good, you know. You roll with it, and, you know. Pick yourself back up and keep going, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that experience probably kind of helped you when you start doing it even on a bigger scale, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, talking about failures and the lessons we learn. All right, man.
Sorry. Camera keeps moving, man. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, don't even trip, man. Like for me, I have no issues with it. It's just, you know, hopefully you're cool with it too.
Yeah, all good.
All right, man. Go ahead, shoot another number to me.
Let's do 24.
What is your mission? If you were gonna say, if you had a personal mission, what is your personal mission?
Personal mission, man. I'm gonna be honest. That's something I think I need to jot down and do some soul searching for myself.
I got you.
You know what I mean? You know, starting off, personal mission to get rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a youngin', that's always been in the back of my head. I want to get rich, right? I'm talking about since I was a 7-year-old kid, you know, in the farms, you know.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? The farms that, like, in the farm villages of Philippines, and picking up, you know, dried, you know, water buffalo shit and cow shit, and stacking them up and selling them as fertilizer, collecting, you know, metals, you know, rusted metals, all of that, to sell it and make a little money from that, to coming here to the U.S. and start selling basketball cards, Pokemon cards, wrestling action figures to fellow students, and, you know, getting to high school and becoming, you know, the candy man, quote unquote. That was my nickname back in high school. You know, I used to walk around with a bunch of duffel bags, you know, selling candy, all kinds of snacks, hot Cheetos, like chips, frozen burritos, Capri Suns, all of that stuff. Like, you know, buying and selling cars. Like, I've always been like, that was always the goal. Like, as a youngster, like, you know, gotta get rich. Can't, you know, I don't want to struggle when I grow older.
Yeah, man.
So. But now, as you get older, you know, you think more deeply about it. Like, it ain't about the money, man. You know, it really isn't. Like, no one can deny it'd be nice to have a bunch of money. You know, it'd be nice to have some spending money, you know, some what they call a fuck it money, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be a fucking blessing, straight up. But for me, I think, man, as much as I need to sit with it and really soul search on what that is for me, I would say to just be able to inspire, man, other people to help others. Right now, at least currently where I'm at in life, I just want to be able to help my family, help my friends, and help other people, you know, do their thing.
Yeah, you trying to put people on, man. I feel that.
Straight up. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now.
Now that's dope, man. I mean, like you always had that hustler's mentality, and I'm sure, you know, like your experiences, like you said, 7 years old, doing all that crazy work, man. That definitely instills in you, like, yo, I need to be doing something to get me from doing this all day. You feel me?
Yeah, off top. Yeah.
Yeah. And
struggle is the best motivator. I'll tell you straight up.
Nah, it definitely makes something click in your head, going through some shit, for sure. Yeah, that's funny, man. Like, I don't think I don't remember ever having that feeling of, like, you know, I'm trying to be rich. I think when I was a kid, I wanted to be famous. I was like, for a long time, you know, he was on stage. I was trying to be a rapper for a long time, and I had to be real with myself, like the purity of my intentions with trying to be a rapper. Like, for me, it was a self-expression thing, and that's what I really enjoyed out of it. But it was also because, you know, I wanted to live that lifestyle, you know. I wanted to have the fucking money and, you know, be with the women and all that stuff. And
we all fall into that trap, though. You know, probably the reason why I want to be rich is because, you know, being rich will probably help you get famous and do this and do that, huh? You know, it's not just one thing. You know what I mean? And we all fall into that trap, you know, especially the way society builds us. So,
Dog, I watched a lot of TV growing up, and that's all I saw, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at yourself, man. You got to forgive yourself for that, you know.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. But yeah, it's pushing me to do different things, and you know, right now, like with this pod, it's even though, you know, there's a piece of me that still wants it to like blow up and do something big with it. I know for me, like, for me to stop comparing myself to other people and like other podcasts out there, I try to think of the like what my mission is with this, and this is basically me trying to. It's a gift that I want to give to other people like yourself and other guests, that they have this time capsule of who they were and where they were at. You know, you can watch this when you're older and you'll be like, oh, yo, that was where I was at. You know.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I appreciate you for reaching out and giving me the opportunity to have that. You know, so thank you.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Yeah. All right, man, throw me another number.
All right. Wait, 1 through what? Just any number?
1 to 34. 1 through 34. 1 to 34. Yeah.
Oh, 1 to 34. That's right. 34 questions. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Let's go 1.
Go. What changes have you seen the world go through?
I've seen the world go through a lot of changes, man, but mainly the whole where everything is digital is a trip. You know?
Yeah, man.
Crazy right now, and how rapid it's happening. It's kind of like for people born in the 80s like me, like, and grew up in the 90s, it's so crazy to just kind of see how fast it's all switching. It wasn't too long ago where phones are just phones, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy that now a phone is literally your whole life. Like you can live.
Now I feel you.
You can live your whole life through that phone. Like you can do everything. You can bank. You watch your TV. You surf the web. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like this digital age that we're living in is ridiculous, and it's scary how fast it changes too sometimes. Because like, man, it's yeah. And like I'm now starting to hear about this, you know, from like the way cash is handled. Cash is going to be gone by the time, like, maybe 5 years from now. Who knows, right? But the way it's moving, it's like all this Bitcoin, all this, you know, cryptocurrency stuff. Now they're tying art, like visual art, and like all these other things to that, like with this NFT stuff. Like, I don't know if you've heard about this NFT stuff, but it's crazy. Like, you got people making $1 million off a digitally made art, like visual art thing. Like,
yeah, how does that work? All right.
Huh?
How does that work?
I'm not gonna act like I know exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
I just heard about it and I read about it. I see tweets about it and all kinds of stuff like that. But I have no clue how that works, man. Like, I really don't. But yeah, I follow on Twitter. I follow this Filipino DJ. He's super popular, I guess, and you know, he does a lot of work with like super famous people. Illmind.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Illmind. And yeah, he's all about that, man. He's all about the NFT and like all this blockchain stuff. And I'm like just kind of watching him move, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing, man. And you know, he sells his beats as an NFT. Like, I don't know how it works, man. You're gonna have to like kind of look into that for yourself right now. But I'm just letting you know, NFT is the future, dog. Based on how people are talking.
Yeah, man. You know, honestly, I had to look it up. I looked it up one time, and I got to this site where it was kind of telling me like, all right, this is the value of a painting, right? And
yeah.
then, like, but I could see the fluctuation in price, and I'm just like, it isn't clicking for me yet, you know. But yeah, it's something to watch.
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, the value of anything is who wants it. Right? And how much is somebody willing to pay for it? A Pokemon card that used to cost fucking $10 back in the day or whatever it was, now is selling for $2,000-$3,000 for whatever reason. It's because somebody who grew up in that era, my age, or maybe someone a little younger or older, but within that range, my age range, is a multi-millionaire. It's like he got fucking money essentially. Like, I want that first edition Charizard here, $5,000. I'll pay you $5,000. because he got that fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's really what it's about, man. It's the worth of anything in this lifetime is who wants it and how much are they willing to pay for it. That's it.
Who wants it? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, how much are they willing to pay for it? You know, so I mean, no matter how digital all the NFT stuff goes, it still comes out to, you know, who wants to pay for it and how much you want to pay.
Yeah, man, no doubt. What's your feeling on you know, like the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoins and the Litecoins and all the coins out there?
Again, I'm not too versed in it. I got caught up in the Dogecoin craze a couple months back. I'm mad at myself, man, because I bought it before it hit up 1 cent. Like, it was like I was in it for like 100. I had about 100K worth of coins when it was like half a penny.
Oh, right? Shit! Yeah.
When it was half a penny. But this is what I did. I bought it, right, and then 2 days later I sold all of it. I was like, nah, fuck all this. Like, I'm gonna get my money back. Like, I'm cool. I ain't trying to risk anything.
Yeah.
And literally the next day after I sold it, so when I bought it, I spent $1,000, and then I sold it. I was down to 800. So I lost $200. And literally the day I sold it, this shit skyrocketed to like 8-9 cents.
God damn.
I was mad as fuck. Oh man, my boy has like, he had the same amount. He had about like over 100, I think 150K worth of it. So his shit, like, man, I think he has more actually, because he's telling me if it ever hits $1, he gonna be a millionaire. Like,
man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bruh, but I was so mad at myself because I would have been out.
Yeah. Don't stress about it, man.
Yeah, I would have been up, man. But you know, that's how the life goes, right? You know, sometimes you make certain moves and it goes against you. So whatever, man. It's you know, dust yourself off and move forward, man.
No doubt. I definitely got my share of Doge coins too, and you know, I'm waiting. I'm hoping it hits that $1, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you because I bought back in at 5 cents this time.
And we never know, man. Especially when you could buy it for so low, and like, you know, something just turns, and you're like, oh shit. But
exactly. Yeah. You know, I'm not trying to miss the next ride. You know what I mean? I missed the first ride. I'm waiting on the next one, man. So. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm 50K coins in right now, so
I feel it, man.
We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens, man. But as far as just the whole cryptocurrency is concerned, I mean, it feels like it's the future. You know what I'm saying? It definitely feels like it. So you could buy a Tesla with Bitcoin now, apparently. So.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah. Okay then.
So it's getting realer. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. No doubt. For sure, man. Just a heads up, we got about like 10-15 minutes left in the pod.
Right.
Go ahead and throw me another number.
Let's do 20.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
I was raised Catholic, you know, being Filipino.
I feel you.
But I'm definitely not a practicing Catholic. Yeah, like my wife and I didn't even get married in the church. We just, you know, so and some family members are a little upset over that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as I don't even see. This is the thing where I say I'm blessed, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not really religious. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
I'm more spiritual with it.
I'm with you.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's a confusing answer. Sometimes I do believe in the afterlife. Sometimes I don't. I think, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, right? Maybe. I do. One thing that I do believe in is I believe that we are here to experience life, to experience what this is. And yeah, some people say we keep coming back because our souls need to experience more, right? Things that we didn't experience in the past life, we're coming back to experience that different thing now. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that life is an experience, and I believe that we are here to feel all of that. So, from all the happiness to all the sadness, all the tragedies, and all of that. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, that's a trip. Same boat with you. Like, you know, I raised Catholic, not so much Catholic anymore. More spiritual for sure. I mean, because I can't help but feel like there's something way bigger than, you know, what we can see, you know,
for sure,
and what we know.
Sure,
but the thing about our soul, or us not experiencing enough, and that's why we come back, that's a trip. When I was younger, I had this like theory of like, you know, what if our souls were meant to be like in this time frame and in this moment, like so much so that if we didn't experience enough or didn't do enough with our life, we would just restart back to where we began. So I would always be in this time frame of like the 90s to the 2000s and just being like, yeah, you know, and it's us kind of like, all right, noticing things differently, or I don't know, man. I'm just speaking bullshit, but you know,
not at all. Hey, you know, don't ever call that bullshit, man. That's what you feel, you know.
It's a personal thing, man. Yeah.
I love that though. I love that theory. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? All right, man. So we reached the concluding questions of the podcast, and so this next question is going to be from a previous guest. I've been trying to find a way to connect my guests to each other. So this one is coming from John Ork. Shout out, John. And his question for you is, have you worked on your dreams yet? And or if you have been working on them, have you done anything today to make progress on your dreams?
I have so many dreams, man. I have so many dreams. Have I worked past tense on them? Yeah, for sure. I've attempted. Have I put in 100% effort in all of it and any of my dreams? In all honesty, nah. And I'm a little upset with myself on that. For whatever excuses I made for myself, I can definitely sit here and admit that I didn't put 100% effort in any of my dreams yet. Even with Uncle Boys, you know, I was halfway. I'm half-assing it. You know, I should be in there working every single day, open to close, if I really wanted it to do as well as it can. But I'm not. You know, I'm spending time with the wife. I'm, you know, doing other things. You know. Bought a house, so that dream, I'm working on that dream. Bought a house with with Christina. Sorry, I don't want to come off like I'm sounding like that owner again. With Christy, is what we call her actually. But yeah, so Christy and I bought a house, and then we're working on that dream. Doing all the most of the remodeling on it myself. I'm doing the bathroom right now, so I worked on it today a little bit, but once again, not 100%. I could have spent the whole day doing it, but I spent 2-3 hours on it, and then did other things. So I'm constantly giving myself distractions instead of focusing on accomplishing certain things. And then, yeah, I could do a better job at doing that, I think. But from wanting to be an actor / you know, musical singer or whatever, to buying a house, to opening my own legitimate business, all of those dreams I've worked on, but not committed to.
Yeah, man.
And it's kind of sad to know, man. Actually, now I think I'm like, fuck, I need to reevaluate myself here.
Dog, don't worry, man. It's your journey, and it took, like I told you, man, 10 years of failure for me, man. This pod is like something that makes me feel that way of, you know, I'm like, you know, distracted by it. You know, I'm always thinking about it, and it's something that it took me a long ass time to find. Hella Hungry, the beanie I'm wearing, it was a brand I tried like 3 years ago, and I'll tell you, man, I was half-assing it the whole time, and at this moment I'm barely working on it because this pod is kind of like taking my energy and time and all that in a different direction. But I still got that dream, you know, I'm still rocking it, still trying to like get the name out there, but I definitely know I should be putting more work into it, and I just haven't gotten to it, man. But yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, bro. Like, you got a bunch of dreams, and when someone dreams like that, yeah, you'll find that there's a struggle to like balance everything out. But you know, I think it's achievable.
That's the hard part. Yeah, that's the hard part, is finding that balance.
Yeah, man, fucking balance.
For sure. For sure, man. But man, big ups to you, man. You got the podcast, got the clothing line going. That's dope. That's dope.
They're dreams right now, man. Trying to make them reality, you know. So.
And you sound like you're taking the steps to them, man. So more power to you, my brother.
Much love, man. Much love.
Some people can't even take that first step, so you're right. We can't be too hard on ourselves. You're right. And that it takes constant reminder for people like us, because we want to achieve so much, and sometimes we forget that it really is a journey, and yeah, you know.
Bro, like, you know, I'm on the same tip as far as like wanting to be an actor and stuff. I tell myself, like, you know what, I could be like, I haven't taken any auditions, haven't taken any classes, done none of that shit. But, you know, I do like want to make skits, and I want to, like, you know, try to build some kind of production behind it. And I figured for myself, it's like, yo, I could audition. I'm not planning to, but I know I can audition. You can audition when we're like 50, 60 years old, and we might get a role as, like, you know, the next Mr. Miyagi or some shit, you know?
Real talk. You never know. And that's what we forget, is like, actors come in so many different forms, ages, races, everything, you know? So it's like, there's opportunities whenever you want it, essentially. Whenever you really want it. When you're ready to put the work in for it, then that's when, you know, it's there if you want to put the work in. But right now, I find myself in a different vibe. You know, I'm focusing on family life and building this thing out. So we'll see where it comes, man. We'll see if I ever get back to it. I definitely want to get back to it, even if it's just like a local stage again, like just doing, you know, musicals here and there, or even plays. Like, just a form of expression for me, I think would be good, because it's been one of the things that's been missing in my life lately, is just that having that outlet. So definitely got to bring myself back up that way, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And who knows, man, it might be your kids who push you, like, yo, man, you need to get out there, you know? Like,
that'd be some shit.
That'd be some shit, right? For sure, man. My second question for you is, what would you like to ask the next guest?
All right. Selfishly, just thinking about myself here, and what I'd like to ask myself is, something around forgiveness. Something around forgiveness. When did you last forgive yourself?
That's a good one, man.
When did you last forgive yourself? Like, genuinely forgive yourself for something you think that you did wrong or did bad. Yeah, I think that's a question right there.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna have to throw that into the mix, man. That's a good one. And my final question for you is, what is the greatest lesson you've learned thus far?
The greatest lesson I've learned in my life thus far is that change is inevitable. And that you got to stay resilient through it all. I think that's the best lesson I've been given in life. Watching my mom raise me and raise my brother, sacrificing for us, and her being resilient through it all. Being a single mother, going from one country to coming to a new country that she had no clue about, and raising us out here. Yeah, man, like that resiliency that I saw from her, I took that and kind of tried to apply that on my own life. And as many times as I've fucked up in this life, and as many times that I've gotten it right, like, it was all through resiliency, you know, never giving up. Like, even when I didn't achieve certain goals, you know, like, I was definitely down on myself, beat up on myself, and thinking, you know, I was this sad ass loser for not achieving it. But end of the day, I was able to pick myself back up. And because I picked myself back up, I was able to find new life in other things. Yeah, like Uncle Boys wasn't like, you know, the only business I've tried to start in the past 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, I've tried to do a clothing line too, and that, you know, that didn't pan out the way I imagined it to pan out. I've tried to do other different things as well. It just never panned out. So, you know, but once again, I stayed resilient through it and just focused on the things that I do have, like Uncle Boys, and, you know, having great relationships with my chosen family, who are my friends, the family I was born into, you know, having those relationships, trying to, you know, make those flourish, and the relationship I had with Christy, you know, trying to make sure that flourishes. Yeah, and being resilient in all of those things have helped me to be where I'm at today. Definitely still have a long way to go in life, and it's always going to be a journey. But yeah, I feel like the best lesson that I could share with anyone would be to be resilient through it all.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on again. Much love. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the knowledge you dropped and just opening it up, man. Like, it's I know it's not always easy, and you know, I'm sure I know I appreciate it, and I'm sure my audience appreciates it too.
Right on, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple things I had to think about and try to be like, all right, let's not go there, because we don't want the fireworks coming out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, and that's you know, I want this to be a very like reflective kind of conversation, and
it definitely was, man. Thank you.
No doubt.